Here we go. Ready? Let's go.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
11 MT.
Caught on the right side by Dorsett. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
12.
Burrow on play action.
Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he's going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
First down. Here's Burrow. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Jamar Chase.
His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead.
Evan McPherson now for the PAT.
Got it to make it 7-0 Bengals.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
They'll roll him.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off at the 40. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Here we go, D. Gotta go.
On 2nd and 11 now. Burrow.
Throw left side, complete to Chase.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. The quick throw by Burrow is complete. That catch good for only a couple.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Here's Burrow. Flushed out right. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Philip Dorsett. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Bengals lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that'll make the score 14-0.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for Bengals TD. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
McPherson now for the extra point.
And it is now 21-0.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter. And a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Picked off at the 39. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
And it's intercepted.
Picked off by J.C. Horn.
And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. It had been a near-perfect beginning to this football game. Already a double-digit lead first quarter, but their first misstep.
And you know how it is, partner. Sometimes when everything's going right, you start to feel like you can do just about anything you want on the field. This one didn't work out. If I were him, I'd go to my defensive captain and say, pick me up, my man. Help me out.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he's going to get this inside the 30. $21-0 our score after 1.
On first down, Hurts.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 17. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football. Ball back.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play it.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Dante Jackson picks it. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
That's now 6 dropbacks, 6 incompletions. Yeah, the defense has been pretty good early, but he's got to start hitting some of those throws. He's making them better than what they actually are.
The line to gain is the 33 on third down.
Hurts.
And that is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And Hurts not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it. They're going on fourth down with Hurts.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 25. And yes, folks, that is his 5th interception, a new NFL record.
And that's absolutely phenomenal. I just have to flat out applaud him. What a great effort in this game. But let's face it, when you look back at the numbers of guys who had 4 in the past, you'll find the names of some of the greats and some guys who just had a fantastic game.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw there taken in by Dorsett.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Here's a quick throw out wide to Dorsett.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people who have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
On first and 10, Joe Burrow. And he's got Dorsett complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
Mixon.
And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. And one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay...
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Joe Mixon,
his 17th touchdown now on the season.
And the Bengals are able to widen their lead here in this first half. McPherson on for the extra point.
It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
Flush to his right.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is brought in at the 21. He can't get him down.
So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return.
And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
They have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
He's got him in, complete, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Jamar Chase
with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. McPherson on for the point after.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. Throwing again on 2nd down.
Hurts. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
And they go play action now. Burrow. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with.
Hurts fumbles it, and the Bengals grab it. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Well, that's unfortunate because he had a nice run going, but give credit to the defense. They got a hand in the cookie jar there, CD.
You have to think about vision, finding a place to get down after you know you've gotten all you can out of a run, and obviously ball security is paramount. In today's football, everyone's coming after the rock. You've got to make sure you protect it and protect the yardage you just gained.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go. Can.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
11.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Touchdown, Bengals.
Jamar Chase.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Bengals would extend their lead here just before halftime. McPherson now for the extra point.
And the route is on here in this first half.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive
as they'll take over with just 13 seconds to go before the break.
And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there.
Tanner Muse there defensively.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you just have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
Taken in at the 22. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52. Rip left, rip left. No, check that. We want Mike 52 right here.